Hello friends, welcome to my channel JM Learning. Today we are going to study the experiment in the course of electrical wiring and material, that is EMW. The experiment is on Wheatstone bridge. In this video we are going to understand what is the Wheatstone bridge along with its panel, diagram and various control provided on it. So let us first see the practical significance. In electrical system, we have to measure the resistance of various conductors like aluminum, copper used in electrical system. Also the resistance of various systems or rheostat or resistances used in electronic circuit, where we have to measure its resistance to know its perfect value. Now for this we can use the Wheatstone bridge. The Wheatstone bridge is basically used to measure the medium resistances. Medium resistances are those resistances which have the value above 1 ohm and maximum up to 1 lakh ohm. For this measurement of medium resistance normally used is the Wheatstone bridge. In the manual you can observe this front panel which we are going to see in the detail. Below that is a circuit diagram showing how the Wheatstone bridge has the different parameters. Wheatstone bridge is a bridge consisting of four sides. You can see here AB, BC, CD and AD. In the each side there is one resistance is connected. So in the AB we have P resistances, BC as Q resistance, CD has S resistance, AD has R resistance. Between the terminal A and C, we have connected a DC supply along with a switch S2. Until and unless we do not close this switch S2, no current will flow through the bridge. The current which flows at the point A will be divided into two paths. One goes through the resistance P, another goes to the resistance R. At the point B and D, you can see here this particular arm is connected with a galvanometer along with a switch S1. We know that galvanometer is a zero deflection, that is its center indicate the zero, and it has the pointer which move either left or right depending upon whether current through this arm, that is BD, is going upward or downward. Suppose if it go downward, the direction will be on left side. If it is go upward, direction will be on right side. Now we have to judge, that means we have to get a position where we get the zero deflection of this galvanometer. At that point we have to take the readings of P, Q and S, where R is the unknown. Now this R is find out by the equation, that is R is equal to P by Q into S. P by Q is usually known as the ratio, and that ratio is provided in the Wheatstone bridge by a ratio arm which has a selector switch. We can select that ratio from 1 to 1000. S is a standard resistance. It is a variable resistance whose value is accurately known. So by selecting the proper value of P and Q, that is the ratio and the standard resistance, and getting the zero deflection of galvanometer, we can get the unknown resistance R by use of this formula. Now we will see actually how the Wheatstone bridge panel look like. So this is a portable Wheatstone bridge panel. On left side you can see here a galvanometer. A galvanometer, as I told you, has center zero position. Left and right a scale is marked where you can see the lines mark maximum number is 30, indicating whether current through galvanometer circuit is upward or downward. It will either move left or right. You can also see on this side two terminals which are called as EXT galvanometer. It means that we can either use this inbuilt galvanometer or we can use the external galvanometer. For that, a switch on the left side of this panel is provided. If you position it on INT, that is internal, then this galvanometer will work. If we want to connect the external galvanometer, then we have to switch this switch on the EXT position and connect the external galvanometer to these two terminals. Similarly, for supply system also, we can have internal supply by pressing this knob on the internal supply. We can also connect the external supply, move this switch to EXT and connect external supply across these two terminals. In our present case, we will be using the internal supply provided by the cable that is connected to the our 3-pin top. Okay, now we can see on this diagram, that is on the front panel, the various switches which are basically the knobs. These 4 knobs being termed as into 1, into 10, then into 100, into 1000, or for the standard resistance. So standard resistance we can select by properly selecting the position of each knob. If you select the position of into 1 as on 2, then for into 10 as 2, then suppose into 100 as 2, similarly the into 1000 as 2. So all the position are on the 2 digit. It means that the resistance, standard resistance value will be 2000 plus 200 plus 20 plus 2. So it is 2222. That will be the value of standard resistance. Likewise, we can select the standard resistance. Similarly, as I told you that P by Q is a ratio arm. Ratio arm we can select by this rotating knob. You can see here first is the 1, then 10, 100, 1000. Then similarly on the opposite side we can see 0.1, 0.01, 0.001. So we have to select as per the rough value whatever we get of that unknown resistance. It will be easy for selecting the ratio. Once we select the ratio, and then we have to select the standard resistance value, connect that unknown resistance between these two terminals. You can observe here these two terminals are for the connection of external unknown resistance. Whenever we make this switch on, that is internal supply is provided, all the switches on the bottom side are moved on internal. Then we have to use the push switches called as B and G here. B stand for battery. That means whenever we push the B switch, current will flow through the circuit. Whenever we press the G, the galvanometer will indicate. You can observe here how the galvanometer will move depending on the position and value of unknown resistance. See, the galvanometer deflects here whenever I push it. If I move this ratio arm into higher position, the galvanometer deflection increases. If I move the ratio arm to lower value like 0.1, galvanometer deflection is reduced. So likewise we have to do it by trial and error basis to get the zero deflection of galvanometer. At the zero deflection we will get the value of the R as P by Q into S. P by Q we directly get from this knob. If it is suppose on position number 1, then P by Q is 1. If we get for this particular set the zero deflection, then P by Q into S. Yes, I already told you that in our present case it is 2000 plus 200 plus 2 plus 2. That is 2222 into 1. That is P by Q will give us the value of unknown resistance. So likewise we can measure the unknown resistance by use of the Wheatstone bridge. So in this video we have understand how the Wheatstone bridge has the different control and their meanings. In the forthcoming video we will see how actually we can measure the unknown resistance by use of the Wheatstone bridge. Do like the video and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.